Hey, what up, what up? This is Al Phillips. Just want to show you guys how to make a flyer. And so I make flyers right in Google Drive. So if you got a Google account, you usually will have a Google Drive account. And so I make my flyers and my templates, and I make everything right in Google Drive. And I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, so I'm going to click on A3 Digital Studio in this file, and I have something called A3 flyers. So if you know you're gonna start making flyers and making money by making flyers, you just dedicate uh, a space to that. Now in this, I got all of these flyers, and if you can see here, I create a graphic that basically shows the size of the flyer. So I got a lot of flyers are 4x6. A 4x6 flyer is something that's easily printable at your Walmart or some local store. It's the size of a picture. So sometimes I use pictures of flyers because they're so cheap. And if you can print 100 pictures for like less than 20 bucks. So that's the reason why they're 4x6. But a flyer could be any size. Uh, Most people will use a 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 11 flyer, or uh, half of the sheet of an 8.5 by 11, so that you could put two flyers on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to do an 8.5 by 11 flyer, where you got the full flyer will be the size of a sheet of paper. And so basically what you do, I'm going to start from scratch here. Go to Google Drawings, and you see what I'm doing here. Click on Google Drawings. And the first thing that I do in Google Drawings is that you name it. You name the file, and I'm going to name it 8.5 by 11. 8.5 by 11 flyer. All right, so I'm gonna name it that, and then what I'm gonna do, the first thing that I do is the page setup. Now the page setup is right here, and you hit custom. Now under custom, this is where you put the size of the flyer. Okay, so the flyer size is 8.5 by 11, and so here it is. Apply that. There you go. You got a piece of paper. And so whatever the background you might. Now the key to making flyers, guys, is one simple thing. It's the collection of backgrounds for your work. You need to be collecting beautiful black backgrounds. So, and if you don't know, you need to have a place to get them. And I'm gonna show you where I get my backgrounds. There's a place called Pixabay. So when I go into Pixabay, you can put in a word called backgrounds. Just put that in, and you're gonna get a bunch of different backgrounds that you can use to create your flyers. And so I picked something out of here, and you can just download it. The good thing about Pixabay is that you don't have to pay anything for these. All of these are free, so you don't have to pay a dime, nor do you have to have any attribution, which means you don't have to cite your source, or you don't have to tell people where you got it from, or anything like that. So you don't have to tell everybody where you got it from. So you pull out one of these to create a flyer. I'm just gonna grab this right here. This is something easy. Download that to your desktop, or put it in a file called backgrounds. I created a file in my pictures called backgrounds, and I put there on my computer. And then you pull it in. So I'm gonna upload it. And there you go. You got the flyer right there. So you use that. Uh, you can do two things with this. You can create your own background to kind of put behind it, or you can fix it so that it covers the whole piece like that. And so if it's covering the whole piece, you want to cut it. And I'll show you. You cut it by clicking on this item right here. It's called crop image. So you crop the image, pull that all the way in. You can crop the other side. There you go. So now you got something to start with. All right. Now once it's cropped, you can pull that image in the inside to make sure that it's centered, so that that road looks like it's going right up the middle of the flyer. And so with that, you just start putting in your text. You put your heading. Put your heading text right up there. You know, if you want to use something big, use white, maybe transparent, add a shadow. I'm going to show you how to add shadows. You add shadows by hitting format, and then over here it says drop shadow. So you drop shadow, and this transparency shows it's invisible to visible. And I don't know if you can see the slight difference on there, but you make it visible, and then you create distance, and that brings the distance is what brings that shadow further from behind. You see how I'm doing this here? So you want a slight distance to separate it, and then you can blur it. See what I'm saying? So you can blur that shadow just like that. So that is how I make the flyer. You can change the color on this. You can do so many different things. You can change the color here, make it yellow, make it blue, make it green, so that way you can have red. You can have different colors for this. But that's how you do that. Once you're done with your flyer, you save it, download, and what I like about this is that you got 3 different ways that you can download your flyer. You can save it as a PDF, a JPEG, a PNG, or a scalable graphic, or you see a vector. So that's completely up to you. My thing is that once you are really good at this, I would practice this daily. You practice, practice, practice. But once you're good at this, you can charge at least $100 to make flyers here in the American market. You can charge $100 to make a flyer, and people they don't mind doing that. But you can charge really whatever you want. You need to you need to charge whatever your market can bear wherever you are, because you could be watching this from anywhere in the world. So you have the skill, the talent, and ability. So show people that you're able to do it by giving them a demonstration and having a list of flyers that you've done in a portfolio. And so I have a list of flyers that I have in my portfolio on my website. And so if you don't have a website, you might that's another way I make money, is by basically it's showing people what you can do. So once you're able to do that one thing well. I've learned how to do one thing well at a time. I didn't just start off doing good at doing videos, good at doing websites, good at doing flyers, good at doing business cards. Each one of those took discipline to learn how to do. So you do one thing, get good at it, and continually keep doing it over and over and over again until you get really good, get excellent. People might know you for people knew me for flyers for a long time because that's all I was doing. And for a long time, I was just doing flyers, flyers, flyers for a lot of people till I got really good at flyers. And then after a while, as I was doing flyers, I was actually learning how to edit video. And so now I'm doing more editing video than I am making websites. And for I took a time and all I did was websites, websites, websites. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to showing you um, where my portfolio of flyers are on my website. This is my website here. So this is where I have a demonstration video of 1,000 custom flyers. Uh, I'm usually doing it in the 4x6 format, as I've said. But and here's a portfolio of flyers that I've done right here, and it's a simple little video that shows the different styles, different flyers that I've done. And that's mainly what you did. You can see right here what I charge. I'm charging 150 for front only, 200. And see, that includes printing. That's why that's a little bit. And I make about 46 bucks or 50 bucks off of each flyer. So, I mean, off of each job that I do. And the thing is to make them quick. Don't, you know, people appreciate if you can do like super wild, crazy graphics. That's great. But for the most part, most people need something done and they need it now. And long as you know where to get good graphics, that's where I've been really good at learning how to download good graphics. That curbs so much time, and I'm not talking about other people's. I'm talking about using free graphics. You know, you using a site like Pixabay. You know, you go in here and instead of photos, you go to vectors, and you can pull down all kinds of stuff. Okay, to use in your flyers. You can, you know, icons. You know, here's another thing. You pull in icons. This gives you so many tools that you can use and add into your flyers. But you got to know what you're looking for. You got to know what your customer's looking for. The key to making flyers is knowing your customer, because your customer is what drives your business. You got to know what they want. You got to know what they so once you get somebody who's interested in doing business with you, you need to look at everything that they have done already previously, so that you will see what's their style, what do they look, you know, what's their brand, how does their brand work, what colors are they using over and over again. And if they don't have a brand, then you might make a suggestion so that everything that you make starts to flow. And once you have uh, their logo, their brand, their style, their colors, it's easy after that to begin to just create for them. You know, so this is just a quick video just to kind of show you. I know I was a little fast, I was a little quick, but I will be making more videos like this to kind of help you. But the thing is to start creating. You know, if you look here, here's some things that I created. I have some example flyers. These are flyers that I that I did not do. You know, this is a flyer that I didn't do, but I looked at how that flyer was put together. I can put that together easily by paying attention to how they layered this flyer. They layered this flyer, put a little sun. I got these little sun splashes right here. If you, so uh, they put a sun splash there, a little sun splash there. Then they put all of this. So this flyer looks good. And they put a little purple haze in there. So start collecting and looking at and paying attention to what people are doing. I made this flyer a long time ago. This is the first menu I made for a business, and I really think it did. All of this was food that I got off the I got off the internet and it was free. And they really liked the fact that I had that thing done in a couple days. They used these flyers immediately when they showed up. I made that money so fast. Um, I'm gonna show you. I use templates. These are templates. Templates are uh, if you got a customer that keeps coming around, you don't want to keep uh, looking for stuff that you keep using over and over and over again. So what I would use is a template. So I would take something like this and say, how would I make a flyer for a podcast? And this is their colors. I would go ahead and I would just make a template, and then you could take these elements, each of these elements, and I want you to see what I'm doing. See, that's an element. This here is another element. Okay, this is another little yellow element. This is something different. All of these and these little things. See how they're all broken up. You know, uh, this is how a flyer is constructed. Each of these were small. You probably didn't even notice that. And so, and then you got room for text at the bottom. So I'm gonna put it all back, and that's how it's done. You need to collect this. This right here is something that I got off of Pixabay. I cut her out and just stuck her in there, and I may use her on several different flyers. And, I may use her again and again because this is CNA training. She's a medical person and looks like she's trying to get her CNA, so you may want to keep using her over and over again. So that's why I create these templates to save time. Okay, so these are the kind of things, little secrets. All right, here's another one that I use: graduation parties. You know, got the guy here. You can always have, you can take a picture of your client doing the same thing, and you can add them in. All these can be changed. All the colors can be changed, but you break these elements up, and you see they're all just little things. Now these are all grouped, but I can ungroup these, and each one of them are a different little piece. See that? So same thing with this. All of this is little pieces, all little pieces. And then I just took the background. And I think I have a video that I use for this that I might add into this of me creating this. I think I actually created a video that showed me working on this and making this. But I'm going to put it all back. I'm going to put it back slowly so that you can see one thing at a time. Group that together. Put it in there. Put that up under there. Put that in the background. It's just real simple. You break it. How do you eat an elephant? In very small pieces and very small. This is the same similar tactic. You just do one little piece at a time until you finally put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Okay? So I hope that you got something out of this. I don't know. You may, but I will be making more videos, hopefully to help anybody who needs help and helping you make money more than anything. I want you to do this and make money. I make money doing this. You can make money doing this too. All right. God bless you. Thank you so much.